Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Chat, my weekly vlog series posted every Monday at lunchtime if you're in the UK. This is also the day, well, on the day you're going to see this, the first day of E3 2015, so I hope you're all enjoying that, the various conferences. I'll be watching as many as I can, and then next week I guess we'll just kind of dedicate the whole thing to talking about the stuff that was on show, the new trailers, the new technology, if there is any, new consoles maybe. Nintendo might be revealing something if I had to guess, because that's how they make money now. They just bring out new iterations of consoles every year because nothing else works. But we'll see, So don't feel pressured into leaving a comment, question, etc. for me to answer this time, because as I say, E3 will probably be the focus of next week. We'll talk about that. I'll also hopefully be including some of the new trailers on show at E3 in the experimental the experimental series I have started running. I did one on the Monster Hunter Cross trailer, I've done one on the Fallout 4 reveal trailer. I was going to do a retro trailer just to test, because I want to get kind of like all the facets of it and kind of compare interactions, views, etc. But with E3 right here, I'm going to wait and see. And by the way, thank you very much for all the birthday wishes, and also very, very big thank you to those who actually gifted me games on Steam. Stormkiller, Thaxar, Apropos, Dragonakis. I think that's everybody. If I've forgotten anyone, I apologise, remind me, and I'll thank you next week. So I've got a bunch of games to play. I may or may not do videos. One of them you will have seen, yeah, you saw the You Must Build a Boat video yesterday. That's one of the games that Dragonakis gave me. It's very fun, actually, very enjoyable. And after I record this, I think I'm going to go and play Clicker Heroes for an hour, just because I've never played one of those time-wasting games, and I'm genuinely curious what the appeal is. I'm just going to go in entirely blind. I don't know when that'll go live. Anyway, I hope you're also enjoying the Duck Game series I'm doing. It's a fantastic game. I haven't really done a Let's Look At of it because you need to play it with other people to enjoy it, I feel. Also, it reminds me of the enjoyment you get from like playing Perfect Dark or GoldenEye multiplayer. Not the same type of game at all, but the same kind of enjoyment. Like, it's rare for an adversarial game to have that. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, it's just fun to play. And Duck Game does that fantastically. But anyway, what we're here to talk about, well, I want to show off something very quickly. Then I want to cover the new YouTube gaming app slash site thing. There isn't much information, so that probably won't take very long. And then we'll go on to the comments. So yeah, I wanted to show off these. Kruger original pork crackling, hand cooked in the Black Country, otherwise known as Staffordshire in the UK. I got these free with a beef jerky order. First time they've done that actually, so I must have been like spending way too much money at them, probably. What is it? It's like it's the garbage bits of pork covered in way too much salt and crisped up to there's like crumbs left, but that won't really do it justice because there's like giant bits left. But it kind of looks like that. It doesn't look very appealing, it doesn't smell very appealing, it tastes very good, but that's probably because it is 50% fat. So that'll be why. Also, I love on the back it has a warning. Well, no, it doesn't have a warning, it has a suggestion. So what does that say there? Come on, get in focus. There we go. Suitable for those with healthy teeth. In other words, bad for those who don't have good teeth. But they chose to do it that way, which I thought was quite funny. In other words, because you're like, it really crackles and hurts your teeth as you eat this stuff. If you've got false teeth or just bad teeth, it would be a bad idea to try this. That said, it's the first time I've ever had pork crackling. Would I have it again? I'd rather not, because it just felt as I ate it like this is really probably not good for you, but it tastes nice. It's pub food in the UK if you're curious. That's kind of like the traditional place to get a pork scratching, that kind of stuff. And crackling as well. Pub food, along with like nuts and I don't know. I've never been in a pub really. What else is pub food? I was going to say pretzels, but I guess that's like an American thing. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I just wanted to briefly show that because I was trying them out beforehand. So, Steam is either bringing out a new, well, it's definitely bringing out a new gaming focused app, and they're doing the relaunch of their live streaming service that they were talking about a few months back. Now, what isn't entirely clear, and I did read a few sources on this to try and find clarity, and sadly there's just not enough information available yet, is, are they making a new gaming-centric site, or is it just an extension of YouTube via an app that is gaming-focused? I have no idea. They didn't describe it well, but they've got some big names on board. It's interesting, it depends how it'll work. It's their competition for Twitch, but it's not just live streaming. That's what's interesting. And you're able to search by game. So if you are covering a niche game, there's a chance that you will get discovered that way. Pardon me, outside of the normal ways you would get discovered via the searching on YouTube in general. That said though, it's got to be a game people are actually looking for then, so you'd either have to be early or just somehow you've found a game that no one else or very few other people are covering that also happens to be very searched for. That could happen with indie games now and then. By the way, I'm aware I'm sounding congested. It's a horrible hay fever day. I was out bike riding yesterday and eyes are puffy, nose is blocked, running a little bit. I can tell in my voice I don't sound right. It's just a really bad hay fever day. Apologies. So yeah, this service is going to be very interesting. As I say, I can't really comment because I'm still not sure whether it's almost like a separate YouTube site. I think it won't be. I think it'll still be like you can still upload your videos to YouTube. However, if you've set up this kind of side gamer app, your videos will appear there on your profile on there, I think. It's very interesting though, and it's good that something came along to compete with Twitch, and hopefully it goes better than their first attempt at live streaming, which was god awful. They've got some pro gamers on YouTube to kind of advise them on how to set this up. It's got a chance, and that's good. I'm going to withhold judgment though until we get some more information. So anyway, YouTube doing a gaming thing. This is the relaunch of their streaming service. It's interesting. Does it benefit this little guy? I don't think it will, but we'll see. I don't like being optimistic, but at the same time I don't really want to come across as pessimistic, so I'll just say I want to wait for more information. They've picked a good time to do it. They're doing it at E3, and I think they're also doing some kind of, they're also live streaming E3 as the same way Twitch is, and you know, big name gaming websites, IGN, GameStop, etc. They all stream E3. YouTube's getting in here. They've decided this is the perfect time to start, and I agree. It's very clever. So we will get more information maybe by the time you see this, actually. If not now, then later tonight for sure. So anyway, how many comments are there anyway? Let me just... there's quite a few. Okay, let's just scroll down to the bottom and start with Like a John. Thanks for access. Now I can again be pushed by every alien on the map, only this time I'm attacking the aliens instead of the other way around. This is in reference to XCOM 2, and that is a loud truck going past the window. Yep, I'm looking forward to it. I hope that was picked up. I am also looking forward to XCOM 2 and ideally more in-game information. Question, oh sorry, this is from Stormkiller. Question, have you ever thought of playing a survival game like Ark Survival Evolved? I don't know what that is. I saw you playing it earlier though, in fact. Are you playing it right now? Let me just check live here. I could have sworn I saw you play it earlier. You're not playing it just now, but earlier you were. Survival games... Oh, hang on, I'll read the rest of your comment first. I think it would be quite fun for interaction with your viewers / followers, building bases and taming dinosaurs. Wait, there's dinosaurs in it? It may even help make a nice little series. Why did I think that said helped? I can't blame poor reading comprehension on hay fever, sadly. Flik survival tips. Question ends. Well, okay. To answer, I wouldn't mind playing a survival game. I quite like them, but sadly there's so many that already either have huge audiences, Minecraft, or they just don't appeal because they're early access broken messes like Rust and DayZ, where they haven't really built a game, they've just built a sandbox for players to be horrible to each other, and that doesn't appeal to me. That said, I could actually look this up on Steam right now, couldn't I? Hang on. Also, isn't it fun that the Steam Summer Sale is on and it's garbage? It's a waste of money already. I bought the Batman Lego Trilogy, and so far only the first one downloaded, and it crashed twice in the first half an hour, so I uninstalled it, and I thought, yes, okay, I'm going to test out the Steam refund system. And then I thought, oh bollocks, I bought the trilogy, so I'd have to hate all three. Oh well. I decided to give them a go because I wanted to like scratch the Batman itch before Arkham Knight comes out. Anyway, what was I searching for? I was searching for Ark Survival... Oh yeah, there it is. £19 8 pence. It's a bit of a weird price for it to be. Mostly positive reviews, 73% of just over 9,000 reviews. The thumbnail is a woman riding a not a T-Rex, a Velociraptor? Something like that. Alright, well apparently you can ride pterodactyls. You can use a bow and arrow against a Devil Joe, by which I mean like a baby T-Rex, I guess that's supposed to be. It looks nice. I can't remember what those big ones with the huge necks are called. Brachiosaurus? Maybe not. Oh, it's another early access survival game. I am put off by early access survival games. Not early access in general. I've played plenty of early access games that are good. And there's a special edition you can buy which gives you a fancy ash saddle for the dinosaurs you ride. I don't know. If they ever approached me, I would give them a go, but see, that's the interesting thing. Of all the game types that kind of actively get PR companies to help them market or just directly approach content creators, you rarely ever see survival games. It's very rare compared to other genres, and I think it's because they know they don't need to. They can just get away with making a half-finished game, getting it on early access, and enjoying the money. And that's what I don't like about the genre. There are great examples. I love Minecraft, but you know, that is well oversaturated. I did some videos on it way back in the day, just playing with friends. But yeah, I just like the exploration aspect and the building stuff. I've been doing that in Lego Worlds actually, which I got from Apropos, which I could do a video on, I suppose. I'm just enjoying exploring though, and I think the way I like to play survival games would be boring for people watching. I don't want to go look for players to pick on and that kind of crap. That's not who I am. But anyway, you did have a second part to your comment. I used to love Vindictus. Hadn't played for a long time, logged in and found my character naked as the armour I wore from an event and the time ran out, so did the armour apparently. As for the new DMC, I hate the new edgy emo Dante with a passion. He wasn't emo at all when he wasn't edgy. But I really enjoyed the game myself. He was the exact same personality, he just looked different. That's the only thing. He was still cocky. He just didn't have the camp style that the Dante of like 1, 3 and 4 had. If you want to see emo, edgy arsehole Dante, then play Devil May Cry 2. He was terrible in that. They made such a huge mistake with his character, and thank goodness they retconned it. But yeah, if you want to see the kind of Dante you just described, play Devil May Cry 2. He's not like that in the new one at all. He looks like that, but you wouldn't judge someone on how they look, would you? Dragonaka says, happy birthday, you grumpy old fart. Thank you very much. DRC97, if you had to live in the Monster Hunter world, would you become a hunter? Ignore the phone also. And if so, what would you hunt? I would hunt Kezu and Giganox to extinction. Also, if you had to have one of the monsters as a pet, which would you choose? Stygian's an ogre. No question. Maybe Rathalos, because then you also have the flying aspect, like that game that's coming out, that Monster Hunter Stories, which we still have no information on. Would you like a Monster Hunter that had more dynamic damage, such as if you broke a monster's wing it wouldn't be able to fly, or if you cut off its tail it wouldn't be able to tail swipe? Yes. Well, technically that second bit you did was technically true, because the hitbox has shrunk by the percentage of the tail that you've got stuck on the floor because you cut it off. That would be really nice though if you shred the monster's wings and it wouldn't be able to fly, but then you'd have the problem of how would it escape the area to kind of make you hunt it. Well, you could argue that it could just run, I suppose. I'd love stuff like that, but I think there's a reason why they don't do it that way, except in special cases. Wall of text for the win. Oh no, there's a read more button, I'll press it. Oh, you lied! You said horse and quack! Okay. The Real McCoy, oh apparently you edited this comment. I agree with you when you say there's a danger with Cookie Clicker. For some reason I played it all of last week and I'm embarrassed about that. Thanks for the info too, I'm hoping to visit this summer. Oh yes, Scotland. Not to you personally, don't panic. If you like metal punk, may I recommend The Hunter by Slaves. It's quite good and tackles environmental issues in a great way too. That sounds weird. Not sure how I feel about music that deliberately has a political message. A few quick questions. Have you ever played a Ratchet & Clank game? Sadly not. I am aware of the popularity of them, but no, they passed me by. And which 3DS would you say is the best, the normal one or the XL? I think the normal one is fine, but the XL is just, it's a bigger screen. It's technically better, especially if you have bad eyesight or will have bad eyesight in the future. It helps. Not ideal, but it helps. Edit, also happy birthday. I've been watching your videos now for about a year and will be supporting you via Patreon shortly, so keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I shall thumb that comment up. I had a good birthday, by the way. I went out for a meal with my family. I posted some pictures on Twitter. I also went out on a few long bike rides with my mother and took some great pictures. I took my proper camera though, so each picture was like 10 meg, so I couldn't upload them to Twitter, but I shared the albums on the Facebook page, which you can find linked below if you want to see pictures of like deer, herons. I almost ran over a toad, lots and lots of trees, a big body of water in an area that we went to, like quite a long way away actually. I think about 15 miles we went, called Gartmorn Dam. It was a dam way back in the day, but it isn't used anymore. So now they've got this whole, they've marketed it, and they have this thing on signs all around it that say, industry built it, nature reclaimed it, you enjoy it. And I thought that was actually quite, it was cheesy as hell, but I actually quite liked it, this idea that we built up something and now it's just the animals and nature reclaimed it. And it's true, they have. It isn't actually used for anything other than a tourist attraction now. And I like that we actually found a route where we could get there and then go round the place, so even if it is quite a long way away. But anyway, got sidetracked. G. Andrews says, Scythe is greater than all other weapons. Also, everything burns, so Fire Scythe wins. I see no problem with that logic at all. That makes perfect sense to me. I will be getting a 3DS to play Monster Hunter X with you, provided it hits NA. Still no information on Monster Hunter Cross coming to the West. Very unlikely there will be anything at E3. I had a press release from Capcom about the games they're covering there, as in, you know, the Western Capcom. Nothing on that. That doesn't necessarily mean there won't be a surprise or at least a hint, but it's too early. Where in Scotland are you from? My family is originally from Aberdeen. My family is originally from Stirling. So, from there. Although I am aware my accent doesn't match the area I was raised in at all. I have a weird accent. Ashton Castellanos? Castellanos? I'm terrible at names. You have to buy a new Nintendo 3DS just to play Monster Hunter Cross. No, you do not. The icon at the end of the trailer was the standard Nintendo 3DS logo, not the N3DS, which is a new one. So, no, it's still playable on the current 3DS. Shell says, I really like Invisible Ink. It's something else than Bloodborne and Monster Hunter, which I like too, but it's nice seeing something else. Yeah, this is what I want. This is variety. And actually, this has just reminded me of something I want to talk about in a second, but I'll finish your comment first. However, I might not watch as many Isaac videos because my holiday started and the weather is hot to sit outside. And the Danube? Oh, I've heard of that. It's a time of fasting? I'm going to search. Sorry, my face went pale. But I wanted Danube. Oh, it's a river. Never mind then. I am ignorant of so many things. So you're close to the Danube, I see. Alright, well, that is fine to go outside. Views are down because it's summer. People are away on holidays. People are out enjoying the sun. Hell, the last 2 days here have been glorious, which was fantastic for my birthday. It meant I could go out bike rides. Today, not so much. It's going to rain later. Maybe even thunder. But still. So what was I wanting to talk about? Well, you may have heard me mention on Twitter, but I found out that Portable Third, Monster Hunter Portable Third, which was on PSP, only in Japan, actually had a HD re-release on PS3, again only in Japan. PS3s are region free though, and many consider prior to the 4th gen games that Portable Third is in fact the best, better than 3U, even though it was before 3U. So I got it, I ordered it. It's not here yet. I wanted it to show off, but sadly it's coming from Japan, so it might be a little while. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. I want to play it, obviously. It's on PS3 though. I can record PS3, but do I really want 2 Monster Hunter series going on my channel at the same time? I don't want that because I don't want to be pigeonholed and I don't want to put off people who don't like Monster Hunter. At the same time though, I quite like the idea of it. I don't know, see that's the problem I'm having, but pardon me, we're also, that was me tasting that crackling again. We're also into the summer lull. I have very little to play. Duck Game, yeah, that's fine. I can't see that lasting any kind of length of time. People will get sick of, I won't get sick of playing it, I don't think, but people will get sick of watching it. Bloodborne is probably going to finish up by the end of the month. I think I said that last time. What does that leave me? It doesn't leave me much, so I am looking for other things to play, but I'm not sure there's room on my channel for 2 different Monster Hunter series, even if I would enjoy doing them. I'm not sure. I'm open to feedback. That's assuming everything works. I've played through a Monster Hunter game in Japanese already, even though I don't really know much of it, so it's definitely doable. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to arriving anyway and actually getting a Monster Hunter game with good graphics. It'll probably look better than 3U, in fact, even though it came out before it. Because the release order in Japan went Monster Hunter Portable Third, Monster Hunter Tri, and then Tri G, and then that became 3U, which is what we got. It's got a lot of the same maps and monsters from 3U, but it has... I guess it's almost like, imagine 3U if it was more like Freedom Unite, and that's what you get. So it mixes in some of the monsters in Freedom Unite that aren't in 3U, and you don't have the Shakalakas at all. Although if you missed them, they will be making a reappearance in my 4U series, because we did as much as I was able to do of the DLC that added them back in. So look forward to that. I believe the first part of that will be going up quite soon. Not yet though, because it's not uploaded yet. Anyway, Ewan Harvey says, have you tried Nuclear Throne? It might be good for a series. I did an hour of it, so that's available to everybody. Also, I did one video that's available to everybody to introduce the fact that I was also playing it for patrons, and I still am. In fact, I'm recording this on the day that Part A went live, so I'm recording this on Saturday. So yeah, I am actually doing a Nuclear Throne series right now, but it's only for patrons. I like having one series that's for them. On that subject as well, I was thinking of kind of ending the Nuclear Throne series, or at least putting it on hold after episode 10, just because I don't like having something drag on too long. And I was considering, and I will bring this up to patrons in the next part I record, part 9, doing a Dead Rising 2 off the record playthrough for them next, because I've never actually played that version of Dead Rising 2, and I'm quite interested what it's like. Maybe, we'll see. That's my kind of half plan at the moment. I just got off a couple of days break. I actually took 2 days off for my birthday, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things and remembering all the stuff I was worrying about to try and work out what I'm doing with my channel. Apropos says, have you considered Crypt of the Necro Dancer now it's fully released, or possibly more time as it's more fleshed out? The latter I haven't heard of. Crypt of the Necro Dancer I have. I can't remember if I was gifted it or if I bought it. I played it thinking, hey, I've got a reasonably good sense of rhythm, I can play an instrument. I was really, really bad at it, and then I tried to imagine me trying to play it while also talking, and it was like, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'm not sure why I'm so bad at it. Maybe it's just something you just have to put in time to get better at keeping with the beat, but I was finding it a lot harder than I thought I would, and got frustrated as a result. Syra Wolffire says, so it will work on a regular Japanese 3DS LL, otherwise known as the XL. They call it the LL in Japan for some reason. If you're talking about Monster Hunter Cross, yes. It doesn't need the new 3DS, unless they lied at the trailer. Because that's what I want the game so bad. I would donate so you can capture Monster Hunter Cross. That's okay. I don't think I need to. It's going to sound stupid, but I have faith in Capcom that they will release Monster Hunter Cross in the West within 6 months. If I'm wrong about that, it will be a big mistake. Anyway, Spherical Cube says, I've heard rumours concerning Dark Souls 3 showing up at E3. It's there. The IGN leaked the box art. And it says that it's going to be released in early 2016. So what does that mean? Well, that means to me that it will most likely be released in March 2016, and we will see the DLC around about July 2016, because that is the cycle they used for Dark Souls 2. So I imagine we'll see a full proper trailer at E3. I am looking forward to that one. In fact, it's very likely I'll do a Dark Souls 3 kind of trailer analysis, or you know, I don't want to call it an analysis. I'll say whether I liked it or not. I still need to work on my branding for that new experimental series I'm running. As for some new content, everything RPG-like or RPG-related is fine with me. Once I can start streaming, once I can live stream, once I have fibre optic in my goddamn rural area, I'm going to probably do bigger RPG games on the live stream side of things, not the video side, because I think that would bore people. But if people kind of want to turn up to watch me play some Japanese RPG, do it that way. That's the way I want to do it, and I hope it'll only be a matter of a few more months until that's a possibility. I really don't want to have to wait until this time next year, which was the original estimate I was given when I asked the government when this was going to be happening, the fibre optic upgrade for this area, because it's our government handling it, and which is why it's so piss poor and slow. But yeah, I want to do more bigger, more expansive RPGs, rather than short form 20-30 minute videos, but I don't want to do it on the channel. I'd rather do that as kind of a leisurely live stream where people can watch or not, and even if I'm not talking a lot because I'm listening and being involved in the game, then it won't matter. Like Fallout 4 or Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, any Fallout game. I wouldn't do a series on it on my channel, however I would absolutely be willing to live stream myself playing it. I wouldn't talk as much because I'd be listening, I'd be paying attention to the game. But I think it might be a nice, like, shared group experience. So that's the kind of thing I have planned anyway. Also, I didn't finish reading your comment. Or perhaps a sort of retrospective series for an hour of, in which you feature a classic game from your collection. I would love to, actually, if I had the means by which to play half them. Or a random obscure Japanese one. I don't think retroactive series works, sadly, but if I did have the means by which to play like my old PS1, PS2, Dreamcast games, I'd love to do like just little glances at them. It isn't practical, sadly, without, you know, getting into like torrenting and stuff, and I'm not willing to do that. Emulating, I mean, not torrenting. Iron Paladin says, I love Dragon's Dogma, that's a playthrough I'd watch. The pawns work with a silver account. Wait. Did I play it on PS3? No, wait, I can't have, because PS3 is free. I swear I played it on 360, and when I lost my gold membership, I lost access to the online side of things. Well, I don't know. As I say, the thing that frustrated me about that game was that I kept on running into stuff that I was nowhere near ready to fight, and it just felt like I was just dying for the sake of dying. I mean, not knowing a monster's HP in Monster Hunter isn't that bad, but it's a little bit different when it's an RPG with a big open world. Anyway, last few comments. Cooner K says happy birthday, thank you very much. Monster Hunter Cross Hype, another game that looks awesome that I won't be playing because I don't have a 3DS. Stupid Nintendo. Do you think the Monster Hunter Online thing on consoles is real? I read a couple of articles that it will be coming to next-gen consoles. I sincerely hope so, but which one? There's actually 2 online Monster Hunter games. There's one called Frontier, which has graphics comparable to Freedom Unite, kind of, maybe a bit better. That's quite expansive, added new weapons. It had like Attack on Titan DLC and stuff like that. That looks really good. Then you've got the one that I think is just called Monster Hunter Online. That's the one done in CryEngine, and most people think it looks bad because it looks more realistic. I think it looks bloody awesome. I am a bit of a graphics whore though, so. But yeah, I would be happy with either one of those coming. I know that they're grind fests, and Monster Hunter in general is a little bit, but they're even worse because they want you to keep spending money. I'd still be willing to play them and give them a go. I'd be very interested in seeing them be localized. Is it likely though? Well, I would have said no, but if you've been reading rumours, that is something that Capcom might be keeping a surprise. But I thought there was licensing issues, like the one done in CryEngine, I think it's only like in Korea or China only, not even Japan. Whereas the other one, Frontier G or whatever it was called, I think that's Japan. But anyway, I sincerely hope they do. I would love to play a Monster Hunter MMO. Plus, it would be on PC, so it would look good regardless of the engine used. It would mean plenty of other people who can't play because they don't have a 3DS would be able to join in. On that subject as well, actually, on the 26th of June, Tokiden Kiwami is coming to Steam, rather surprisingly. It's just kind of suddenly been announced, and it's out in a couple of weeks. The asking price they want for it is ridiculous, so do not buy it at launch unless that price changes. Wait until it's in a sale. They are asking way too much. You can get it for less on PS4, which makes no goddamn sense. It's usually the other way around. They have massively overpriced a game which is subpar to Monster Hunter in most ways. However, does have legs. I think I remember saying this numerous times. I didn't really enjoy Tokiden. I didn't play the Kiwami version, so I don't know what changed. I didn't enjoy it, but I saw the framework there that if they tried again, they could do something good. Still maybe not as good as Monster Hunter, but they have something there that could work. The theme of fighting giant demons is something that will work. They just need to not fuck it up, basically. Anyway, Monty Owen says happy birthday, thank you very much, I'll thumb that up. How are you now? I am fine, thank you, other than hay fever wrecking my face today. Yeah, the last couple of days have been great. I enjoyed having a little bit of time off, although, to be honest, did I have time off on my birthday? The evening of my birthday, we did some guild quests in Monster Hunter and also Duck Game, but I actually found that exceptionally enjoyable, so it's fine. I used a weapon I've never used before in Monster Hunter for those videos, so look forward to that. The Deadpool Warrior says, Flik, do you know any PC games that are similar to Monster Hunter or Density Warriors? I assume you mean Dynasty Warriors. I want a good one where you hunt something or massive creatures, and I want to play a game that makes you feel like a god as you slaughter hundreds of men in an onslaught. You're not going to find anything other than Dynasty Warriors. There is one on PC, Dynasty Warriors 8, I believe. As far as Monster Hunter, end of the month, look at Tokiden. Although, as I say, they are charging way too much for it. But it's a game, they ripped off Monster Hunter. It's the same style. The only things that put me off was it didn't have the character of it, and the story mode was filled with anime cliches that bugged the hell out of me. Also, you did actually leave another comment about finishing your exams and whatnot, but I replied to you at the time, so I won't bother going over that now. So the final two. Scott Jeffrey says, by the way, God Eater was okay, and then you did like colon slash, so that's kind of like the face. It was fun, but not to the level of Monster Hunter. There is a PSP version, but that's all I know. There is also a newer one on Vita, but as with most Vita games, I think they basically stay in Japan. So it's a shame that it's just okay. I'm fine with Monster Hunter games though. Red Knight says, Flik just got a 3DS, so I must speed through the game and catch up with you so I can join in on Monster Hunter 4 nights. You'll be very welcome. Also, if you turn up an hour early to when they start, people present will help you catch up if you're wanting the help. So that was it. That was all the comments. And as I say, you'll be seeing this on the day that E3 starts, so I'm sure I'll be commenting on Twitter about all the stuff going on at the conferences. I used to do this for Critical Gamer. I used to write up just like an article as I watched, just kind of poking fun in general and also describing what was happening. I tend to do that on Twitter now, but more succinctly, so if you're interested in that, go follow me on Twitter. And that'll do it. So yeah, join me next week for E3 discussion. Maybe we'll be discussing some kind of new Monster Hunter reveal, maybe we won't. At the very least, hopefully, Dark Souls 3, Fallout 4, actual proper playthrough stuff, XCOM 2, and maybe some surprises. As I say, I'm placing a bet on new Nintendo hardware being revealed. Not released, just revealed. And maybe, I don't know, what's another let's actually do this. Let's do this quickly. What is some E3 predictions? I've just done some. What are we going to see that I haven't heard anything about? Well, I know for a fact there's a bunch of indie games that are being kept hush-hush because you get emails about them saying, hey, we're a small indie developer, we're releasing a super secret project at E3, do you want to come and book an appointment? Yeah, I wish I could if I lived in America. We're going to see a bunch of new indie game stuff. But as far as the big companies go, well, we know what Miyazaki's doing, so it's not very likely. Oh, we might see something from the Bloodborne expansion. I'm pretty sure he's handed that off. So he's not directly doing anything with it. We might see something of that. I would assume if we do, it'll just be a little bit of a trailer. It'll just be a little bit of a trailer with a date for release, if I had to guess. Other than that though, oh god, probably some kind of new Call of Duty from the Microsoft conference, because there always is. Steam is doing a conference apparently this time. They might show off some new Half-Life game. I don't care. I actually genuinely dislike Half-Life 2. Love the first one though. Show off more about their Steam controller as well, which is pointless. I don't understand why it's a thing. Other than that, I assume we'll get a longer in-game trailer for Arkham Knight, even though it's out at the end of this month. I can't think of anything else. I'm looking forward to being pleasantly surprised. That might be optimism speaking, and that's dangerous. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and see you then. Ta-ta for now.